Hello wonderful people. Why wonderful? Because you're watching my videos. Welcome to a quick video on how to practice smokes and a lot of cool key smokes for playing on Mirage. So what we're going to do is, in this video, we're going to show you how to set up a server, all the commands, blah blah blah, get everything ready, and then show you how I would usually find out a smoke and then work it back from there, you know? So what we do to start is to click play and go offline with bots. I find competitive is the easiest. Then you pick your map that you want the most. Today we're going to use Mirage, so they're going to go there. You can kick the bots anyway, but I prefer just click no bots to start because then it's easier. Now, hopefully you should still be able to hear me, even though the video gets a little bit buggy on the loading screen. But we shall see how it goes. Right, so while you're looking at the map, you can start to pick out where you want to throw smokes. So you've got your two spawns, you've got your A site and your B site. So the smokes are usually going to be most useful for capturing a site, including on retakes, okay? So the best way I find is to start off as a terrorist and then go from there. So there are obviously the three smokes most people know for taking A site, which is on stairs, on connector, and CT. And then there are some more complicated smokes which should be easier to throw. If I show you my little techniques, which is window for mid, connector for mid, and short for mid. And then for B site, I have actually not seen very many good tutorials on B site, and it's been very, very frustrating because I know three good ones that I'm going to show you. And a lot of people like to push up really close, like already in apartments, but I find that dangerous. So let me show you that towards the end of the video. Okay, so when you spawn in, the first thing you want to do is to open your console. Now, hopefully you've already got that enabled, but if not, you go into your options and go and enable console. First thing you want to do is to go MP underscore round time, and make sure it's not just round time, it's round time diffuse, and you put that just to 60, because that gives you 60 minutes to play around on the map. Then you probably want to go into SV underscore cheats, enable by putting it 1. Then you go SV underscore infinite ammo, and I prefer 2. 2 means when you shoot you will reload, but you don't run out of bullets. And then the most important one for this one is grenade trajectory, SV underscore grenade trajectory 1, and then SV underscore grenade trajectory. You can put dash, thickness, time, whatever helps you, but time for me is best. I put it on 60 seconds. So the time on round time is minutes and trajectory time is 60 seconds. Now, you want to then go MP underscore restart game 1 second. And that should be everything. If you need anything else, then you can obviously add that in later or customize your thing. Oh, sorry. MP underscore start money and put 10 grand. And that will help you when you restart. But for now, I'm just throwing smokes, so I didn't need it. So let's get a smoke grenade, just like so. And let's go for the most commonly known ones, but let's just get them out of the way. Let's get A-site smokes. Now, there are a few people who really do this quite dangerously. Now, I'm just going to show you if you don't know. This is stairs, and you kind of want a smoke on that to stop the guy who's playing here on stairs from seeing into palace. You also want to smoke off pretty much where I am now, just by dropping the smoke like that, and trying to not leave a gap here. And that way you can smoke off anyone playing connector, or anyone who's playing mid from rotating through jungle, which is there, and connector's there. Alright, and then this is CT ramp, and this is a very commonly used spot. The guy will spawn here, run up with his AWP, and try and pick you like that. And he can also watch palaces, so just a very good smoke to have. So by blocking him off like that, you can't see anything unless he jumps up on the box, which I'm failing to do so at the moment. Oh, I'm stuck, that's why. And then the only way he can see you is if he jumps right up on the box, or if he wants to see you really clear, he has to jump right up here, which makes him more vulnerable. So 9 times out of 10, unless he's an aggressive player who pushes through the smoke, he will be smoked off. He'll call the rotate, but then you won't get picked instantly when you get in the site. And then once you're inside, you can play the game how you want to play. If you haven't got no clip already bound somewhere, I would do that. It's easy. You just go bind. For me, it's P, and no clip, like that, and then I press P, and then I can fly around the map. Alright, so first one that we talked about was stairs. Now this one's quite kind of simple. Just jump down onto here. I would call this a flower bed. I know it's got sand, but it kind of looks like that's what it was intended for. Right, so you're then going to look into this stick, kind of the wall edge frame, whatever you want to call, and then you're going to aim into this gap. Now this smoke is not the easiest to throw at first. If you throw it too high, it will bounce too early and it will fall down. I find if you line up with this corner, come in just enough so you don't actually hit the wood. Thank goodness I didn't hit that. Press no clip, go on, it will bounce once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, and there you go. That is your classic smoke for taking out stairs, right? Now I've seen some people throw it from here. I think I don't use this smoke, so I'm just going to show it to you. It might be easier. I think it's kind of like something like when you line up these two walls, and then you throw it like this, and you want your whoops. Forget that. You want your hand to be like that, and then throw. I think that's the other way of doing it. Okay, I was a little bit off, but that's the way you can do it there. Alright, so let's go to a different smoke, and I'll try and keep this snappy. I'll try and throw you, like, multiple ways of throwing them, but I obviously use one way. But the reason I don't recommend that smoke, even though you can see it potentially could work if I'd thrown it properly, is that if a CT knows that you've used that strategy before, he could come in with an SMG, just like buys a P90, knows he's going to die, but there, while you're just looking up in the sky with the grenade out, and you're dead, right? So by throwing it right round the corner here, I find it's more accurate to throw it there, and you're got a little bit more time before you get shot. Now, an easy way to fix that is to throw a Molotov here to stop a rusher. Anyway, let's move on to blocking off jungle and connector. Walk into this stick here after jumping up on here, and go until you stop. It's right here. Then you line up on this block, on this corner, and you go up to this corner. So you kind of go up. Now this throw isn't always perfect because it requires a little bit of movement. I would aim about there, and just one tiny step. I don't know if you could see that well. One tiny step, and that will do it. Now, you have to practice it a few times, like that, to make it absolutely perfect. Let's try it one more time. Let's go a little bit higher this time. There was a bit more of a step. See, there we go. It's a bit better. And you can smoke off the little gap some people aim through. So it will take you a few times, but the idea is to stop this guy from being able to see Palace very well unless he's like right back here, like jumping or something. And it also stops the guy rotating through connector, just opening fire there, as you can see. So it's a difficult throw smoke to throw, sorry, but it's really, really worth it. Now, the throw I find is the easiest and the most valuable is the connector smoke, ramp smoke, sorry. On this line here, on this wall, just walk onto it, aim at that little tip there, like as much on the tip as you can. Get ready to throw, jump throw, and it should fly just past the tip, bounce there, and go perfectly, boom. Now if you throw it good like that, the player won't be able to see at all, even if he jumps up. Ooh. Why am I not able to do these jumps today? Anyway, at least this isn't a jumping tutorial. He won't be able to see well at all, without having to jump right up here like we said before. So those are your 3 smokes. One from flower bed goes right here. The other one from on the ledge there goes here. That one you need to practice. This one is the easiest and most useful. Aim at that little stick up there, like you're playing Assassin's Creed, and throw the grenade there. Alright, so that is pretty much your default take on A site. Now, defensive smokes from CT side would be quite simply throw a smoke grenade, kind of like that. Doesn't have to be too accurate. It goes boom, pops right in the middle there. Sometimes leaves a gap, but at the end of the day, it's just to stop a rush. They will see the smoke there, and then they have to push out through the smoke. Unless you're standing here, they won't see you, and I doubt anyone's going to be visible from there unless they're playing stairs. So it's just a way to stop a player peeking his head out and trying to get you like that. Alright, so another smoke. If you're playing a bit more aggressively as a CT, you could push up to Firebox here. The reason it's called Firebox is you could just throw a Molotov here and burn the person. Aim at this corner here, just like that, and throw. And it will bounce in here, and actually will cover a little bit better, I'd say. But still, there's obviously, it's difficult to throw something quickly, which blocks off perfectly. And the reason you'd throw a defensive smoke is because you think they're going to take the site. So that's why it's a little less accurate. You can also do that with Molotov. Go give weapon underscore Molotov. Oh, it doesn't like that. Well, we'll do that in a little while. And you can just throw a Molotov and it will burn there. But anyway, let's stick to smokes because that's what we're here for. Now, that's a control and a defense. Oh, actually, you can throw some smokes and Molotovs into Palace if you're playing stairs. If you're on the stairs here, you see a guy, he's got an AVP or something, you can't challenge. You just line up this corner with these two buildings there. So just like jump down here, aim at this corner there, throw, just normal throw, it will bounce in there, and it'll smoke off Palace quite effectively. Same thing with a Molotov, works exactly the same way. Could be a few more to do, but you know there are millions of grenades that you can throw. Here are 3 attacking ones, 1, 2, 3, and there is the 3 defensive. 1, 2 from Firebox, stairs, and CT. That's really where you need to worry about. Other than connector, obviously, if you're playing what I'd call ramp, just aim here, aim kind of in the middle, kind of off it. It doesn't have to be 100% accurate. It will land right here in connector and pop. That blocks off connector. If someone says they're going mid to A, for example, that would be a great call to throw that there.